So as you just saw, I finally unboxed the taillights, and these have been sitting in my house for quite some time now. I think about a month, and I know last time we had a big fail and the taillights didn't fit, or I ordered them for the wrong year model and stuff. But this time, hopefully, I'm guessing that they fit. And looking at the back plugs, right off the bat, they are circular like ours are. So hopefully these do fit. This kit did not come with the bulbs like the last one did, so I'm gonna have to run to AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts, get some more bulbs for this car, because I know I'm already out on the brake light and the reverse light, so I'm gonna need to replace those and then go ahead and install these. So another thing that I am noticing is that this doesn't come with any molding or anything like this to make it waterproof per se. So I'm not sure if I need to transfer over what's on the car already over to these new taillights. But again, these are from eBay. They're nothing special. They're nothing fancy or crazy. I think they're like $100 or something like that. You can go look them up online. I just like changing the look up a little bit, so I decided why not do it, and hopefully it comes out nice. So obviously the first step is gonna get these old ones out. I am gonna replace whatever bulbs I do have that are still working, and then put them over into the new taillights. And then, as you can see, we have, I think these are the four like quadrants of the tail light, and that one is linear like this, and then it has the brake light right here. So it's a little bit different, which I like. So let's go ahead and start taking this out, taking all the bulbs apart, and get everything switched over. Okay, so this is the old tail light, and this is how the current assembly works. This piece right here plugs in to this, or it actually plugs in to the harness that's on the car right there, and then that's what gives these bulbs power. So this new one, it's a little bit different. It's you actually put it into the housing of the tail light, versus that one is kind of separate, and this one is like this. So I'm really not sure if this is actually gonna work or not. Again, this is eBay. Things when you buy off eBay, they just somehow, for some reason, don't fit sometimes. So I'm gonna figure out how to get these best set up, figure out which bulbs fit where, because I don't know, it doesn't say which ones are which. Probably look at the eBay listing. Hopefully they have some like weird picture or something. You know me, I do better with photos. So hopefully we can get that situated, and I can show you guys how it looks on the car. And getting these taillights out is super easy. There's just 6 bolts, here, here, 2 here, and 2 on top. And you just loosen those up, and you should be able to pull the whole thing out once you disconnect the harness. So I got a little bit lucky. On the eBay listing, it says that this kit does not come with bulbs, and it deliberately says like warning, does not include bulbs. But for me, luckily, I noticed that there's actually bulbs in each slot. So there's one in here, one down here, and you probably can't see it, but there's one in here and one in here as well. So I lucked out on that. I did need to go run to AutoZone and get more bulbs, but now I don't need to do that. And luckily, because the kit came with some bulbs, I now have some extras if any of the old ones go out or any of these new ones go out. I'll keep whatever's working just in case anything else ever goes out, but I think I do want to go to a brighter LEDs, because these are a little bit faint and I don't think you can see them too well in the daytime, or at least on camera at least. Eventually I think that's going to be the new plan, get everything pulled back apart and put a new LED bulbs in there. But for the time being, I think it works. And I did have some struggle getting this new harness to match up with the harness that's on the car, but I just pushed it in, got it working, and now I think it's just transferring all the gasketing around from the old tail light to the new tail light, and then getting everything put back in the car. So I got the gasketing on the new one. Obviously it doesn't sit as properly as it should because it's not made for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and readjust it one more time before I put it in the car, and then hopefully it comes out pretty solid. And just like that, you can see the old tail light versus the new tail light, and this one looks so much better. I'm not sure where each of the bulbs is yet because I haven't turned on the car and actually looked at it, but I know this is the reverse light, this is the brake light, and then obviously the turn signal. And I think over here, this is the turn signal, this is the brake light, this is something else, this is the hazards or something like that, but we'll figure that out later. And I got the molding to sit pretty flush and tighten up so I didn't see any gaps on the backside. So I think overall we should be good, but now I just need to do the exact same thing to this side. And I still haven't plugged this one back in and finished tightening it all up, but I'll go ahead and do that off camera and get this finished up. Then move on to this one, hopefully give you guys a little final look. After I get the second taillight installed, I'll go ahead and pull the car back into the garage backwards, turn off the lights so that way you guys can actually see how the new taillights look in the dark and at night. But again, they are a little bit dull, so I'm gonna need to brighten them up with some LED lights eventually in the future. Yeah, and then now we have an extra set of OEM taillights just sitting and waiting, I guess, if we ever need them again. And boom, done. This looks so much better. It just looks cleaner, if that makes sense. But it is cheaper, so that sucks. Obviously, you guys know I have some body work that needs to be done. I think I am gonna start body work myself because it is gonna save me a lot of money in the long run, but overall, fitment isn't too bad. I did notice that this tail light, actually, the old one, so this one right here, didn't have a gasket sitting inside of it, which sucks because once I pulled this out, there was just a puddle of water in this little turning signal area housing. And I just dumped it all down here. And I was just like, I was surprised because now I'm scared that there's probably some water or something way down in the trunk on that side underneath the battery tray, and it could cause rust. So, but for the time being, I did go ahead and use a gasket that they sent me. It wasn't rubber, it was made out of like a waterproof foam or something like that. So I did use that one. You can kind of see it under here. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but overall, I'm really loving the look of these new taillights. It looks a lot nicer in my opinion. But again, I know that the OEM taillights are 10 times better than those in terms of quality and make, so I'm gonna go ahead, keep these safe, keep them. I'm not putting them up for sale or anything. But I'm gonna go ahead, turn the car around, back it up into the driveway so that way you guys can see how the taillights actually look with their bulbs and everything. So I'm sitting here a little bit confused because this kit came with brand new bulb. This turn signal right here is flickering really fast, and then my reverse light wasn't turning on, but it was turning on this side. So now I'm really confused as to why with even new bulbs it wasn't working. Either there's something wrong with the wiring, or maybe the harness from the tail light isn't working properly. Something's wrong and I need to figure out what it is. So I just did some investigating. It looks like all the fuses are okay for the reverse light and signal light. So I think it just might be my wiring. I don't know where exactly the wiring is going bad. It could be right from the harness on the car. It could be According to the forums, it could be a switch that sits under the transmission tunnel. So I really don't know what's going on there. That's something I'm gonna have to look into and figure out, try to fix, because I hate that a simple bulb doesn't work because of that. Overall, I think the tail lights look great. Let me go ahead and turn on the light real quick. But overall, I think the taillights look great. They fit really well. I'm really happy with the outcome of these taillights. Again, these are eBay taillights. I didn't expect the best quality or anything like that. This is just something to change it up for a little while. And then now I came across another issue that I need to fix. So it's kind of a good thing. I'm just kind of figuring out things that this car needs and stuff like that. So obviously we need a new gasket for the right side tail light, and then we need to fix that wiring, which is on the left side. So both sides need attention. It's all part of the process. But like I said, super happy with the outcome. And this is how it looks from the side. This side, it fits up really well against the body of the car. And this side as well, there is a screw right on, I guess, back here that isn't tightened up fully just yet, so I need to go ahead and do that. That'll close up this small little gap right here. But yeah, I think it came out great. So let me know what you guys think of the new taillights. Would you keep the OEM taillights? Obviously, they are eBay. I've said that countless times before, so just keep that in mind when trying to buy these for yourself. But for $150, I don't think they're bad at all. Or not even 150, I think it was like 120. So not bad at all. I'm happy with the outcome. Let me know if you would do the same thing, or if I should just put the OEM taillights back on. I kind of like this better than the OEM. If you guys decide that the OEMs are better, I'll put those back on and I'll give these away for free. And stay tuned for upcoming videos. We still got a lot of exciting stuff coming up pretty soon. I think all the big stuff is gonna start within the next month. I would say by January, all the big stuff should be in for all the cars. So I'm happy and I'm excited to get this going. Cars are gonna have some major upgrades coming soon. If you haven't already, subscribe down below, comment what you thought of the new taillights, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.